My friends, I stand before you today to share a profound truth, a truth that has the power to transform your entire reality, to prepare you into a life of boundless possibility and unshackable inner control. It's the truth of self-mastery, of harnessing the limitless creative power that resides within each and every one of you. You see, the world around us is not some fixed, predetermined reality that we are powerless to change. No, my friends, it is a malleable, ever-shifting canvas upon which we are the artists, the architects of our own destinies. And the key to unlocking this transformative power lies in your ability to control yourself, your thoughts, your emotions, your very state of being. For too long, we have been conditioned to believe that we are at the mercy of external circumstances, that we are mere pawns in a game we cannot hope to influence. But I say to you, that is a lie, a grand illusion perpetuated by a world that seeks to keep us small, disempowered, and disconnected from the true nature of our being. You see, my friends, you are not merely physical beings bound by the constraints of time and space. No, you are so much more. You are divine, creative agents endowed with the power to shape your reality through the sheer force of your own consciousness. And it is through the mastery of self-control that you unlock the keys to this transformative power. When you learn to control your thoughts, to consciously direct the focus of your mind, you begin to understand the profound impact that your inner world has on the outer world. For your thoughts are not mere ephemeral impulses, but the very building blocks of your reality. They are the seeds from which your experiences, your circumstances, and your very life itself spring forth. And when you learn to control your emotions, to cultivate the feelings and states of being that serve your highest good, you tap into a wellspring of energy, motivation, and inspiration that can propel you forward in ways you never thought possible. For your emotions are not just feeding reactions, but the very lifeblood of your existence, the fuel that powers the engines of your manifestation. Finally, when you learn to control your actions, to make purposeful, intentional choices that align with the vision you have for your life, you become the master architect of your own reality. No longer are you a passive observer, tossed about by the whims of circumstance, but an active creator shaping the very fabric of your existence with each and every step you take. You see, my friends, the power to transform your life, to create the kind of reality you've only ever dared to dream of, lies not in some external force or circumstance, but in the depths of your own being. It is the power of your own consciousness, your own imagination, your own divine creative spark that holds the keys to unlocking the life of your wildest dreams. And when you harness that power, when you take control of yourself in this profound and transformative way, the possibilities are truly limitless. For you become the change maker, the visionary, the alchemist who can transmute the lead of your current reality into the pure gold of your deepest, most authentic desires. But I know what you might be thinking, my friends. Wayne, it all sounds so simple, but how on earth am I supposed to control my thoughts, my emotions, my very actions when the world around me is in such a state of chaos and uncertainty? And I hear you, I truly do. We live in a world that is constantly vying for our attention, bombarding us with stimuli and external influences that can make it feel like we're just along for the ride, powerless to shape the course of our lives. But I say to you, that is all an illusion. It is the narrative that has been fed to us, the story that has been handed down to us by a society that seeks to keep us dependent, controlled, and disconnected from our own divine nature. But my friends, the truth is, you have the power to break free from those limitations, to shatter those illusions, and to reclaim your rightful place as the master of your own destiny. And the key to doing so lies in your ability to control yourself, to consciously direct the focus of your mind, your heart, and your actions in alignment with the vision you hold for your life. Now, I know it's not going to be easy. I know that it's going to require a level of commitment, dedication, and perseverance that can feel daunting, even overwhelming at times. But let me tell you, the rewards that come with that kind of self-mastery are beyond anything you can imagine. Because when you learn to control your thoughts, to consciously direct the focus of your attention and align it with the reality you wish to create, you unlock the power to shape your beliefs, your perceptions, and your entire experience of life. You become the alchemist of your own inner world, transmuting the lead of your fears and doubts into the pure gold of unshakable faith and self-belief. And when you learn to control your emotions, to consciously cultivate the feelings and states of being that empower you and uplift you, you tap into a wellspring of creative energy, motivation, and inspiration that can propel you forward in ways you never thought possible. You become the master of your own inner landscape, no longer at the mercy of the whims of your own heart and mind. Finally, when you learn to control your actions, to make purposeful, intentional choices that align with the vision you have for your life, you become the architect of your own reality. You stop being a passive observer, a victim of circumstance, and start becoming the active creator of the life you want to live. You see, my friends, the truth is the power to transform your life. To create the kind of reality you've only ever dared to dream of doesn't lie in some external force or circumstance. It lies in your own ability to harness the incredible power of your own consciousness, your own imagination, your own divine creative spark. And when you do that, when you take control of yourself in this profound and transformative way, the possibilities are truly endless. You become the visionary, the trailblazer, the change maker, who has the power to shape the world around you in ways that ripple out and touch the lives of countless others. Because let me tell you, the world is hungry for this kind of leadership, this kind of self-mastery in a time of great uncertainty, upheaval, and change. The people who are able to maintain their focus, their composure, and their sense of purpose. The individuals who have cultivated the ability to control themselves in the face of adversity are the ones who are going to rise to the top and make the biggest impact. They are the ones who are going to inspire others to follow in their footsteps, to tap into their own inner reserves of strength and resilience, to take control of their lives and create the kind of future that they've only ever dared to dream of. And my friends, that is the kind of person that I believe each and every one of you has the potential to become. Because the truth is, the power to control yourself, to master the inner workings of your mind, your heart, and your very being is not some exclusive privilege. It is a birthright, a latent potential that lies dormant within each and every one of us, just waiting to be awakened and unleashed. But in order to do that, in order to access that incredible transformative force, you have to be willing to step up, to take responsibility, and to commit to the daily practice of self-control and self-mastery. You have to be willing to do the hard work, to face your fears, to confront the limiting beliefs and self-doubts that have been holding you back, and to emerge on the other side as the true master of your own destiny. And let me tell you, my friends, the rewards that come with that kind of self-mastery are beyond anything you can imagine. Because when you take control of your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, you don't just transform your own life, you transform the lives of everyone around you. You become the beacon of inspiration, the catalyst for change, the living, breathing embodiment of what's possible when we dare to break free from the shackles of our own conditioning and step into the fullness of our potential. And in doing so, you not only change your own reality, you change the very fabric of the world around you. Because let's be honest, my friends, the world needs more of this kind of leadership, this kind of self-control and self-mastery in a time of so much uncertainty and upheaval. The people who are able to do that, and the people who are able to rise above the chaos, to maintain their focus and their sense of purpose are the ones who are going to make the biggest impact. They are the ones who are going to inspire others to follow in their footsteps, to tap into their own inner reserves of strength and resilience, and to take control of their lives in a way that transforms not just their own reality, but the reality of the world around them. And my friend, that is the kind of person that I believe each and every one of you has the potential to become. Because when you take control of your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, you don't just transform your own life, you transform the lives of everyone around you. You see, the truth is we are all interconnected, all part of the grand tapestry of life. And when you step up and take control of your own reality, when you become the master of your own inner landscape, the ripple effects of that transformation can be felt far and wide. Suddenly, you become a beacon of inspiration, a living, breathing example of what's possible when we dare to break free from the limitations of our own conditioning and step into the fullness of our divine potential. And as others witness your journey, as they see the incredible power and clarity that comes from self-mastery, they can't help but be inspired to follow in your footsteps. It's a domino effect, my friends, a chain reaction of transformation that has the power to reshape entire communities, entire societies, even the very fabric of our global civilization. Because when we empower ourselves, when we take control of our own thoughts, emotions, and actions, we don't just change our own lives, we change the lives of everyone we touch. And make no mistake, the world is desperate for this kind of leadership, this kind of self-control and self-mastery. In a time of so much uncertainty, upheaval, and change, the people who are able to rise above the chaos, to maintain their focus and their sense of purpose, are the ones who are going to make the biggest difference. They're the visionaries, the trailblazers, the change makers who have the power to inspire others, to mobilize communities, and to create the kind of positive, lasting transformation that our world so desperately needs. And my friends, I believe that each and every one of you has the potential to be that kind of leader, that kind of catalyst for change. But in order to do that, in order to unlock the full scope of your transformative power, you have to be willing to take control of yourself. You have to be willing to dive deep into the inner workings of your mind, your heart, and your very being. And to cultivate the kind of self-mastery that will empower you to create the life and the world you truly want to see. And let me tell you, it's not going to be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt and uncertainty along the way. But that's all part of the journey, my friends. That's what makes the ultimate payoff. The sense of empowerment, the deep and abiding sense of purpose, the unshakable confidence and self-belief that comes from truly taking control of your life and using that power to create positive, lasting change, all the more sweet and satisfying. Because when you put in the hard work, when you face down your fears and your doubts and emerge stronger and more resilient on the other side, you know that you've earned your place at the table. You know that you've tapped into a well of inner strength and resilience that can carry you through even the toughest of times. And let me tell you, that kind of self-knowledge, that kind of self-mastery is a gift that keeps on giving. It's not just about the individual transformations that you're able to achieve, the personal goals that you're able to reach. It's about the ripple effect that your actions, your example, your leadership can have on the world around you. Because when you step up and take control of your life, when you become the architect of your own reality and the creator of a better, brighter future, you don't just change your own life. You change the lives of everyone who you touch. You become a beacon of hope, a source of inspiration, a catalyst for the kind of positive, lasting change that the world so desperately needs. And my friends, the world needs more of that. The world needs more people who are willing to take charge, to step up and to show others what's possible when you have the courage, the determination, and the self-control to create the life in the world you truly want to see. So, I ask you again, what are you waiting for? The time is now, the opportunity is here, and the power is in your hands. All you have to do is reach out and grab it, to embrace the power of self-control and use it to transform your reality, to create the kind of life and the kind of world that you've only ever dared to dream of. Because when you do that, my friends, when you take that leap of faith and commit to mastering the inner workings of your mind and your heart, the possibilities are truly limitless. The world becomes your canvas, and you become the artist, the creator, the shaper of your own destiny, and the destiny of all those around you. Imagine for a moment what your life would look like if you were no longer bound by the limitations of your own mindset, your own fears, your own self-doubts. Imagine the kind of impact you could have, the dreams you could bring to life, the lives you could transform if you were operating from a place of total self-mastery. It's a thrilling prospect, isn't it? The idea of stepping into your true power, of tapping into the full force of your potential and using it to create a life and a world that is deeply meaningful, profoundly fulfilling, and truly transformative. And let me tell you, my friends, it's not just a pipe dream. It's not something that's reserved for a lucky few, the chosen ones, the special individuals who are born with some kind of innate advantage. No. The power of self-control, the ability to shape your reality and the reality of the world around you through the mastery of your own thoughts, emotions, and actions is a gift that is available to each and every one of us. All it takes is the courage to step up, to make the commitment, and to do the work required to cultivate that level of self-mastery. So let's do it. Let's dive in. Let's get our hands dirty, and let's start taking control of our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions in a way that's going to transform our lives, our communities, and the world around us. Because when we do that, when we harness the power of self-control and use it to create a kind of future that we want to see, we don't just change our own lives. We change the lives of everyone we touch. We become the kind of leaders, the kind of role models, the kind of shining examples of what's possible when we dare to take charge of our own destinies and the destiny of the world around us. And let me tell you, the world is waiting for that kind of inspiration, that kind of leadership. The world is hungry for people who are willing to step up, to take charge, and to show others what it means to truly live, to truly thrive, to truly make a difference. So my friends, let's be those people. Let's be the ones who take control of our lives, who master the power of our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions, and use that power to create the kind of future that we want to see. Because when we do that, when we embrace the transformative power of self-control, we will become the change that we wish to see, the leaders that the world is waiting for, the shining examples of what's possible when we dare to take charge of our own destinies and the destiny of all those around us. And as we do that, as we tap into the incredible force of self-control and use it to transform not just our own lives, but the lives of everyone we touch, we start to see the true magnitude of what's possible. We start to understand the profound impact that our choices, our actions, and our self-mastery can have on the world around us. Because when we inspire others to follow in our footsteps, to tap into their own inner reserves of strength and resilience, to take control of their lives in a way that aligns with their highest good, we set off a chain reaction of transformation that can ripple out and touch the lives of countless individuals. Suddenly, it's not just about us and our own personal goals and dreams. It's about the collective transformation of our communities, our societies, our world. It's about using the power of self-control to create a future that is more just, more equitable, more sustainable, and more fulfilling for all. And my friends, that is the kind of legacy that I believe each and every one of you has the potential to leave. Because when you take control of your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, when you become the master of your own internal landscape, you unlock the power to become a true agent of change, a visionary, a trailblazer, a leader who has the ability to shape the very fabric of the world around us. So let's get to work, my friends. Let's embrace the power of self-control, and let's use it to create the kind of world that we know deep in our hearts is possible. A world of boundless possibility, limitless potential, and unshakable self-mastery. The future is ours to create, my friends. Let's make it count. Ladies and gentlemen, as we embark on this journey of understanding, I want you to know that you are not merely a physical being subject to the whims of external circumstances. You are, in truth, a divine creator possessing within you the infinite power of imagination. This power, when properly understood and applied, can reshape your entire world and silence those who doubt your capabilities. Let us begin by examining the nature of those who wish to see you fail. These individuals, these doubters and naysayers are not external to you. They are, in fact, aspects of your own consciousness made manifest in your world. They are the embodiment of your own limiting beliefs, your fears and your doubts projected outward. In essence, they are playing a role in the grand drama of your life, a role that you have unconsciously assigned to them. Now you might ask, Wayne, why would I create such negative influences in my life? The answer, my dear friends, lies in the depths of your subconscious mind. These apparent adversaries serve a crucial purpose. They are the contrast against which you can define your own greatness. They are the resistance that strengthens your resolve, the darkness that makes your light shine even brighter. Consider for a moment the story of Joseph in the Bible. His brothers, consumed by jealousy, sold him into slavery, intending for him to fail and perish. Yet, Joseph rose from the depths of despair to become the second most powerful man in Egypt. When he finally confronted his brothers, he said, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." This biblical tale is not merely a historical account, but a profound allegory of the power within you. Joseph's brothers represent those aspects of your consciousness. They doubt your ability to succeed. Their actions meant to harm became the very catalyst for Joseph's rise to greatness. In the same way, those who want to see you fail are unwittingly playing a part in your ascension to greatness. But how do we harness this understanding? How do we transform the energy of those who doubt us into fuel for our success? The answer lies in the proper use of your imagination, the most potent creative force in the universe. Imagination, my friends, is not mere fantasy or daydreaming. It is the very substance of reality, the underlying principle from which all things are made manifest. When you imagine, you are engaging in the act of creation itself, your inner conversations, your mental images, your assumed feeling of the wish fulfilled. These are the tools with which you shape your reality. So when faced with those who want to see you fail, do not react with anger or despair. Instead, use your imagination to see beyond their current state. See them not as adversaries, but as unwitting supporters of your success. Imagine them marveling at your achievements, their doubt transformed into admiration. Feel the sensation of standing before them not as a failure, but as a testament to the power of perseverance and faith. This act of imagination is not denial or escapism. It is the highest form of creative action. For in imagining a new reality, you are planting the seed of its manifestation. As you persist in this imaginal act, holding it as true in your mind despite all contrary evidence, you set in motion the forces that will reshape your world to match your inner vision. Remember, the world you see around you is nothing more than your consciousness pushed out. Those who want to see you fail are simply reflecting back to you your own hidden doubts and fears. By changing your inner world, by assuming the feeling of your wish fulfilled, You inevitably change the outer world to conform to your new self-concept. Let me share with you a powerful technique to aid you in this transformative process. Each night as you lay in bed, create a scene in your mind that implies the fulfillment of your desire. See yourself standing before those who doubted you, accepting their congratulations and admiration. Feel the joy of your accomplishment, the satisfaction of proving your worth not just to them, but as you fall asleep in this state. You are impressing this new reality upon your subconscious mind. And it is your subconscious mind, my friends, that shapes the events and circumstances of your life. By persisting in this imaginal act night after night, you are literally reprogramming your subconscious to manifest this new reality. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Wayne, what if I can't maintain this positive state? What if the doubts and fears creep back in? To this I say, do not be discouraged. The journey of manifestation is not always a straight line. There will be moments of doubt, moments when the old patterns of thinking try to reassert themselves. In these moments, remember that you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness behind your thoughts. You have the power to choose which thoughts to entertain and which to dismiss. When doubts arise, simply observe them, acknowledge them, and then gently return your attention to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. This practice of mental discipline is crucial, for it is not enough to simply imagine your success once or twice. You must live from the state of the wish fulfilled persistently and consistently. This means aligning your thoughts, words, and actions with the reality you wish to create. Even when the external world seems to contradict it, consider the story of Gideon in the Bible. When the angel of the Lord appeared to him, addressing him as a mighty warrior, Gideon was hiding in fear from his enemies. Yet the angel did not see Gideon as he currently was, but as he was destined to become. This is how you must see yourself, not as you currently appear to be, but as the person you know yourself to be in the depths of your being. So, my dear friends, when faced with those who want to see you fail, see them through the eyes of your fulfilled desire. See them not as obstacles, but as stepping stones on your path to greatness. For in truth, they are playing a vital role in your story of triumph. Imagine for a moment that you are an actor in a grand play. Those who doubt you are simply other actors playing their assigned roles. But you, as the lead character, have the power to rewrite the script. You can choose to see their doubt not as a hindrance, but as a challenge that propels you forward, that motivates you to reach heights you might never have attempted otherwise. In this light, those who want to see you fail become your greatest allies. They provide the resistance against which you can push, the darkness against which your light shines brightest. Without them, how would you know the full extent of your strength? How would you experience the thrill of overcoming, the joy of proving yourself? But remember, the goal is not to prove yourself to them. The goal is to prove yourself to yourself. For in doing so, you align yourself with your true nature, with the divine power that resides within you. And as you do this, the external world has no choice but to conform to your new self concept. This is the true meaning of doing it for the people who want to see you fail. You are not acting out of spite or revenge. You are acting from a place of understanding, of compassion even. Do you recognize that their doubt is not about you, but about their own limitations? By succeeding, by manifesting your desires despite their doubts, you are not only transforming your own life, but you are also showing them what is possible. You are expanding their conception of what can be achieved, challenging their limiting beliefs not through argument or confrontation, but through living example. See the profound impact you can have on those around you when you fully embody this truth. Picture yourself standing before those who once doubted you, radiating success and inner peace. See the awe in their eyes, the dawning realization that they too possess this same power. Feel the joy of knowing that your success has not only elevated you, but has also lifted those around you, even those who once wished for your failure. This, my friends, is the true power of living from the state of the wish fulfilled. It is not just about personal gain or individual success. It is about demonstrating the infinite potential that resides within all of us. It is about being a living testament to the creative power of imagination. So how do we maintain this state, especially when faced with persistent doubt or opposition? The key lies in your inner conversations. The words you speak to yourself in the privacy of your own mind are the most powerful tools you possess. They shape your beliefs, influence your actions, and ultimately determine your outcome. When you encounter those who want to see you fail, do not engage in mental arguments with them. Do not replay their words of doubt in your mind. Instead, have an inner conversation that aligns with your desire. See them congratulating you on your success. Feel the warmth of their admiration. This might seem difficult at first, especially if you have a long history of negative interactions with these individuals. But remember, you are not trying to change them. You are changing your perception of them. And as your perception changes, their behavior towards you will inevitably change as well. Consider the biblical story of Daniel in the lion's den. When faced with certain death, Daniel did not focus on the ferocity of the lions or the malice of his enemies. He maintained his faith, his inner conviction of God's protection. And through this faith, the mouth of the lions was shut. The very beasts that were meant to destroy him became the means of demonstrating his divine connection. In the same way, those who wish to see you fail can become the very means by which your success is demonstrated. Their doubt can become the backdrop against which your faith shines brightest. Their opposition can become the resistance that strengthens your resolve. But to achieve this, you must be vigilant in guarding your mental state. You must be disciplined directing your imagination towards your desired end. This is not always easy. The external world will often present evidence that seems to contradict your inner knowing. In these moments, you must stand firm in your conviction. Remember, the physical world is a shadow, a reflection of your inner state. It shows you where you have been, not where you are going. By maintaining the feeling of your wish fulfilled, by persisting in the assumption of your desired state, you are creating the causes that will inevitably lead to your desired effects. This persistence in the face of apparent failure or setback is what separates those who merely wish for success from those who achieve it. It is the difference between hoping for a better future and knowing that it is already yours. So, my dear friends, I urge you to see those who want to see you fail in a new light. See them not as obstacles, but as opportunities. See them not as enemies, but as unknowing allies in your journey of self-realization. So in overcoming their doubt, in proving them wrong through your success, you are not just achieving your goals. You are fulfilling your divine purpose. You are demonstrating the power of imagination, the creative force of the universe. You are showing that circumstances do not define us, that external opposition cannot defeat us, that our true power lies not in our physical abilities or material resources, but in our capacity to imagine and believe. You go forth from this place. I want you to carry with you this profound truth. You are not a victim of circumstances. You are not at the mercy of those who doubt you. You are a divine creator possessing within you the power to reshape your entire world. When you encounter those who want to see you fail, smile inwardly. Thank them silently for playing their part in your story of triumph. Then turn your attention to your inner world. See yourself as you wish to be. Feel the joy of your accomplished desire. Live from that state and watch as the outer world transforms to match your inner vision. Remember, the universe is not outside of you. It is within you. Those who want to see you fail are not separate from you. They are aspects of your own consciousness playing a role in the divine drama of your life. By changing your perception of them, by seeing them through the eyes of your fulfilled desire, you are literally rewriting the script of your life. This is not a battle against external forces. It is an inner journey of self-discovery and self-mastery. It is about recognizing your true nature as a divine being capable of shaping reality through the power of your imagination. So, my friends, do it for those who want to see you fail, not out of spite or revenge, but out of love and understanding. Do it to show them what is possible. Do it to expand their conception of reality. Do it to demonstrate the power that resides within all of us. As you embark on this journey, know that you are not alone. The same power that created the universe resides within you. It is guiding you, supporting you, working through you to bring your desires into manifestation. Trust in this power. Have faith in your own divine nature. Persist in the assumption of your wish fulfilled, and watch as miracles unfold in your life. For in doing so, you are not just achieving personal success. You are fulfilling your divine purpose. You are becoming a living testament to the creative power of imagination. And as you do this, as you rise above the doubts and limitations imposed by others, you will find that those who once wanted to see you fail will be transformed. They will become your greatest admirers, your most fervent supporters, or in your success, they will see reflected their own untapped potential. This, my dear friends, is the true miracle of living from the state of the wish fulfilled. It is not just about personal achievement. It is about elevating all of humanity. It is about demonstrating the divine potential that resides within each of us. So go forth with confidence and joy. Face those who doubt you with love and understanding. See beyond their current state to the divine beings they truly are. And in doing so, you will not only transform your own life, but you will also play a part in the awakening of all humanity. Remember, you are not doing this, Father. You're doing it for yourself. You are doing it to align with your true nature, to express the divine power within you. And paradoxically, in doing it for yourself, you are doing it for all of humanity. For we are all one, all expressions of the same divine consciousness. As you leave this place, I want you to carry with you this powerful affirmation. I am the operant power in my life. Those who want to see me fail are simply playing their part in my story of triumph. I bless them, I thank them, and I move forward with unwavering faith in my divine power. Repeat this to yourself daily. Feel the truth of it in every fiber of your being. Let it guide your thoughts, your words, your actions, and watch as your world transforms to match this new self-concept. For in embracing this truth, in living from this state of divine confidence, you are not just achieving personal success. You're becoming a beacon of light for all those around you. You are demonstrating what is possible when we align with our true nature as divine creators. So do it for those who want to see you fail. Do it with love. Do it with compassion. Do it with the unshakable knowledge of your divine nature. For in doing so, you're not just proving them wrong. You're inviting them to rise with you, to discover their own divine potential. And as you do this, as you persist in this state of divine confidence, despite all external evidence to the contrary, you will find that those who once doubted you will become your greatest champions. They will look at you with awe and wonder, marveling at the transformation they witness. But remember, their approval is not your goal. Their admiration is not your reward. The true reward is the inner knowing, the deep alignment with your divine nature that comes from living in this state of unwavering faith. So go forth, my dear friends, and do it for those who want to see you fail. Do it with love. Do it with compassion. Do it with the unshakable knowledge of your divine power. For in doing so, you're not just changing your own life. You're changing the world. You are demonstrating the truth that circumstances do not define us, that external opposition cannot defeat us, that our true power lies not in our physical abilities or material resources, but in our capacity to imagine and believe. As you leave this place, I want you to feel the weight of this truth settling into your bones. Feel the power of it coursing through your veins. Know with every fiber of your being that you are a divine creator capable of reshaping your entire world through the power of your imagination. And as you step out into the world, carrying this truth within you, watch as miracles begin to unfold in your life. Watch as those who once doubted you begin to see you in a new light. Watch as opportunities that once seemed impossible begin to manifest before your eyes. For you are not just doing it for those who want to see you fade. You are doing it for yourself. You are doing it for all of humanity. You are doing it because it is your divine nature to create, to overcome, to transform. And in this becoming, in this alignment with your true divine nature, you will find a peace and joy that transcends all external circumstances. You will find a strength that can weather any storm, a faith that can move mountains. So embrace this truth, embody it in every aspect of your life. Let it guide your thoughts, your words, your actions, and watch as your world transforms. As those who once doubted you become your greatest supporters, as your success becomes a beacon of hope for all those around you. For in doing it for those who want to see you fail, you are doing it for all of humanity. You are demonstrating the divine potential that resides within each of us. You are becoming a living testament to the power of imagination, faith, and persistence. And in this becoming, you are not just changing your own life, you are changing the world. You are fulfilling your divine purpose. You are becoming who you truly are. So go forth, my dear friends, and do it for those who want to see you fail. Do it with love. Do it with compassion. Do it with the unshakable knowledge of your divine power. For in doing so, you are not just proving them wrong. You are inviting them to rise with you to discover their own divine potential. And as you do this, as you persist in the state of divine confidence, despite all external evidence to the contrary, you will find that those who once doubted you will become your greatest champions. They will look at you with awe and wonder, marveling at the transformation they witness. But remember, their approval is not your goal. Their admiration is not your reward. The true reward is the inner knowing, the deep alignment with your divine nature that comes from living in this state of unwavering faith. So go forth and do it for those who want to see you fail. Do it because it is your divine nature to create, to overcome, to transform. Do it because in doing so, you are fulfilling your highest purpose. Do it because you are in truth a divine being. And as you do this, as you live from this state of divine confidence and unwavering faith, you will find that your life becomes a living testament to the power of imagination. You will become a beacon of hope for all those around you, a living example of what is possible when we align with our true divine nature. So embrace this truth, embody it in every aspect of your life. Let it guide your thoughts, your words, your actions, and watch as your world transforms, as those who once doubted you become your greatest supporters, as your success becomes a catalyst for the awakening of all those around you. When doing it for those who want to see you fail, you are doing it for all of humanity. You are demonstrating the divine potential that resides within each of us. You are becoming a living testament to the power of imagination, faith, and persistence. And in this becoming, you are not just changing your own life, you are changing the world. You are fulfilling your divine purpose. You are becoming who you truly are. So go forth, my dear friends, and do it for those who want to see you fail. Do it with love. Do it with compassion. Do it with the unshakable knowledge of your divine power. For in doing so, you're not just proving them wrong. You are inviting them to rise with you to discover their own divine potential. And as you do this, as you persist in this state of divine confidence, despite all external evidence to the contrary, you will find that those who once doubted you will become your greatest champions. They will look at you with awe and wonder, marveling at the transformation they witnessed. But remember, their approval is not your goal. Their admiration is not your reward. The true reward is the inner knowing, the deep alignment with your divine nature that comes from living in this state of unwavering faith. So go forth, my dear friends, with this powerful truth burning brightly in your hearts. Do it for those who want to see you fail. And in doing so, discover the limitless power that resides within you. For in this discovery, you are not just achieving personal success. You are fulfilling your divine purpose. You are becoming who you truly are. Now let us turn our attention to a habit that plagues so many, a habit that gnaws at the very root of our creative power. I speak, my dear friends, of regret. Regret. That insidious thief of joy. How many countless hours have you spent dwelling on the what ifs and if-onlys of your past? How many sleepless nights have you tossed and turned, replaying old scenarios, wishing you had acted differently? I tell you now with absolute certainty that every moment spent in regret is a moment wasted. It is a denial of your divine nature, a rejection of the immense power that resides within you. You see, my frame is but an illusion, and the past, present, and future exist simultaneously in the eternal now. When you indulge in regret, you are not merely reminiscing about days gone by. No. You are actively creating that very state in your present moment. You are breathing life into those old patterns, those old limitations, and projecting them into what you perceive as your future. Is this not a grave misuse of your God-given creative faculties? Consider this. The world you see around you, the circumstances of your life, are nothing more than outpictured states of consciousness. They are the harvest of seeds you have planted in the fertile soil of your imagination. When you water these seeds with the bitter tears of regret, what kind of crop do you expect to reap? I say to you now, let go of this fruitless endeavor. Release your grip on past mistakes, real or imagined, for in truth there are no mistakes, only experiences that shape the contours of your consciousness. Each event, each decision, each twist and turn of your journey has led you to this very moment, this eternal now in which all possibilities exist. Imagine, if you will, that your life is a vast, boundless ocean. Regret is akin to thrashing about in the waters of the past, expending precious energy on waves that have long since broken upon the shore. But you, my dear friends, are not meant to be at the mercy of these turbulent waters. You are the master of this ocean, capable of commanding its tides with the power of your imagination. So I ask you, why waste your divine creative energy on that which cannot be changed? The past in its physical manifestation is unalterable. But its meaning, its significance in the grand tapestry of your life, that is entirely within your control. You have the power to reinterpret every experience, to extract wisdom and growth from even the most challenging of circumstances. Let's delve deeper into this concept. When you find yourself tempted by the siren song of regret, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and remember who you truly are. You are not a helpless victim of circumstance, but a powerful creator molding the clay of experience with the tools of imagination and belief. In this eternal now, you have the power to choose again. You can select a new state of consciousness, one that aligns with your deepest desires and highest aspirations. This, my friends, is the true purpose of your past experiences, not to bind you with chains of regrets, but to serve as a springboard for your growth and evolution. Consider the great figures of history, those who have left an indelible mark on our world. Do you think they achieved greatness by wallowing in regret over past failures or missed opportunities? Certainly not. They understood, perhaps intuitively, the great secret that I now share with you, the creative power of the present moment. Take, for instance, the inventor Thomas Edison. When his laboratory burned to the ground, destroying years of work and countless prototypes, did he succumb to regret? Did he bemoan his fate and curse the unfairness of life? No, My friends, instead, he famously remarked, "All our mistakes are burned up. Now we can start anew." This is the attitude of a true creator, one who understands the limitless potential of the present moment. Or consider the life of Helen Keller, who overcame seemingly insurmountable obstacles to become a beacon of inspiration for millions. Did she waste time regretting her lack of sight and hearing? No. She chose instead to focus on what she could do, on the vast potential that lay within her. She once said, "When one door of happiness closes, another opens." But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. This, my dear friends, is the crux of our discussion today. How often do we stand before the closed doors of our past, pounding futilely against their unyielding surface, while the doors of infinite possibility stand wide open behind us? How often do we chain ourselves to the dead weight of regret, ignorant of the wings of imagination that could lift us to unimaginable heights? I tell you now, the time for this self-imposed limitation is over. The era of regret must come to an end if you were to step into the fullness of your divine creative power. For you see, every moment spent in regret is a denial of the truth of your being. It is a rejection of the gift of life itself, a squandering of the precious present in which all creation takes place. Let us pause for a moment and truly contemplate the nature of time in your day-to-day experience. Time appears to flow in a linear fashion past, present, future. But I assure you this is merely an illusion, a convenient construct of the human mind. In reality, all time exists simultaneously in the eternal now. This means, my friends, that the past you regret and the future you desire are not separate from you. They exist now as states of consciousness that you can enter at will. When you dwell in regret, you are choosing to occupy a state of lack, of missed opportunities, of failure. But this is the state from which you wish to create your life. I say to you, choose wisely the state you occupy, for surely as the sun rises in the east, your outer world will rearrange itself to match your inner state. This is the law of assumption, the fundamental principle upon which all creation rests. When you assume the state of regret, you are essentially saying to the universe, "This is who I am. I am a person who makes mistakes, who misses opportunities, who fails." And the universe, in its infinite wisdom and perfect law, will provide you with experiences that match this assumption. But what if instead of regret, you were to assume a state of wisdom? What if you were to look upon your past experiences not with sorrow and self-recognition, but with gratitude for the lessons learned? What if you were to see each perceived mistake as a necessary step on your path to greatness? Imagine for a moment that you were an actor in a grand play. Each scene, each line of dialogue has been carefully crafted to bring you to this very moment. Would you waste time regretting a line delivered in the first act? Would you berate yourself for a gesture made in scene 2? Of course not. You would understand that each moment was necessary for the unfolding of the story. Your life, my dear friends, is just such a play. You are both the actor and the author performing on the stage of eternity. Each experience, each decision, each apparent mistake has brought you to this moment of infinite potential. To regret any part of it, to misunderstand the very nature of your journey. So I implore you, let go of regret. Release it as you would a balloon into the vast sky of possibility. Watch as it drifts away, becoming smaller and smaller until it disappears entirely from your field of vision. Feel the lightness that comes with this release, the sudden expansion of your creative power. You see, regret is nothing more than a state of consciousness, a lens through which you view your world. And like any lens, it can be changed. You have the power to choose a new perspective, a new state from which to create your reality. Perhaps you're wondering, but Wayne, how can I simply let go of regrets? These feelings have been with me for so long. To this I say, through the power of your wonderful human imagination, for imagination is the very substance of creation, the clay from which all experience is molded. Close your eyes for a moment, if you will, and imagine yourself free from the burden of regret. See yourself standing tall, your eyes bright with the light of possibility. Feel the lightness in your heart, the spring in your step. Hear the laughter in your voice as you embrace life with open arms, unencumbered by the weight of past regrets. This, my friends, is not mere fantasy. This is the creative act in its purest form. As you imagine this state, as you feel its reality, you are literally rearranging the substance of your being. You are choosing a new state of consciousness, one of freedom, joy, and unlimited potential. Now open your eyes and look around you. The world may appear unchanged, but I assure you a profound shift has occurred. You have planted a seed in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind, and it will inevitably bear fruit in your outer world. This is the magic of living in the end, of occupying the state of your wish fulfilled. When you consistently imagine yourself free from regret, when you feel the relief and joy of this state, your outer world must conform to this inner reality. It is law. But remember, my dear friends, this is not a one-time exercise. The habit of regret may try to reassert itself, tempting you back into its familiar embrace. When this happens, and it likely will, do not despair. Do not fall into the trap of regretting your regret. Simply acknowledge the feeling, thank it for reminding you of your commitment to live regret-free, and gently return to your chosen state of joy and possibility. This practice, this constant choosing of your state of consciousness, is the very essence of living a deliberate, created life. It is the difference between being a victim of circumstance and being the author of your own destiny. Consider for a moment the energy you have expended on regret throughout your life. The sleepless nights, the anxious days, the opportunities missed because you were too focused on past mistakes. Now imagine channeling all that energy to creating the life of your dreams. Imagine the power of that focused intention, that concentrated creative force. This, my friends, is the gift you give yourself when you choose to live without regret. You reclaim your creative power. You step into the fullness of your divine nature. You become, in truth, the operant power in your world. But let's be clear, living without regret does not mean living without reflection or learning. It does not mean blithely ignoring the consequences of our actions or failing to make amends when necessary. Rather, it means approaching our past experiences with a spirit of wisdom and growth rather than self-recrimination and despair. When you find yourself tempted to regret, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this knowledge to create a better future? In this way, you transform what might have been regret into fuel for your growth and evolution. Remember, my dear friends, that in a moment you are creating your future. Each thought, each feeling, each assumption is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. When you paint with the dark colors of regret, is it any wonder that your world seems gloomy and limited? But when you choose the vibrant hues of possibility, when you assume the best of yourself and your world, you create a masterpiece of living. Your life becomes a testament to the creative power of consciousness, an inspiration to all who encounter you. I say to you now, with all the conviction of my being, do not waste another precious moment in regret. Your past does not define you unless you allow it to. You are not the sum of your mistakes, but the totality of your creative potential. Embrace this truth. Feel it in every fiber of your being. Let it infuse your thoughts, your words, your actions. For as you assume this state of limitless possibility, as you live from the end of your desires fulfilled, you become a living embodiment of the creative principle itself. Imagine, if you will, a garden. In this garden, you have planted many seeds over the years. Some have grown into beautiful flowers, others into sturdy trees. But there are also weeds, the weeds of regret, of self-doubt. These weeds threaten to choke out the beauty and abundance of your garden. Now you have a choice. You can spend your days lamenting the presence of these weeds, regretting the fact that you allow them to take root. Or you can roll up your sleeves and get to work. You can pull out these weeds one by one, replacing them with seeds of possibility, of joy. This, my friends, is the work before us. It is the sacred task of the conscious creator. We must tend the garden of our minds with the same care and diligence that we would give to a physical garden. We must be vigilant, pulling out the weeds of regret as soon as they appear, never allowing them to take root and spread. But how, you might ask, do we accomplish this? How do we maintain this state of regret, free living in a world that seems determined to remind us of our past mistakes and limitations? The answer, as always, lies in your wonderful human imagination. For you see, your imagination is not bound by the so-called facts of your physical world. It is not limited by what has been or what seems to be. Your imagination is free to soar beyond the confines of your current circumstances, to explore the infinite possibilities that exist in the realm of pure potential. When you find yourself slipping into regret, when you feel the tendrils of past mistakes trying to pull you back, close your eyes and imagine. Imagine yourself as you wish to be confident, joyful, free from the burden of regret. Feel the lightness in your heart, the spring in your step. Hear the laughter in your voice as you embrace life with open arms. This imaginal act is not mere fantasy or escapism. It is the most practical and powerful thing you can do. For as you assume this state in your imagination, as you feel its reality, you are literally rearranging the substance of your being. You are choosing a new state of consciousness, and your outer world must, by law, rearrange itself to match this inner reality. Think of it this way. Your consciousness is like a radio receiver, constantly tuned to a particular frequency. When you indulge in regret, you are tuned to the frequency of lack, of missed opportunities, of failure. And so, these are the experiences you attract into your life. But when you imagine yourself free from regret, when you assume the state of joy and possibility, you change the frequency. You tune into the station of abundance, of opportunity, of success. And just as surely as a radio receives the signal it's tuned to, your life experiences will shift to match this new frequency. This, my dear friends, is the power you hold within you. It is the power to choose your state of consciousness, to select the frequency you wish to broadcast to the universe. And the universe, in its infinite wisdom and perfect law, will provide you with experiences that match your broadcast. Now, I can hear some of you thinking, but Wayne, surely we can't just ignore our mistakes. Don't we have a responsibility to make amends, to correct our course? And to this I say, absolutely. Living without regret does not mean living without responsibility or accountability. When we make a mistake, when we cause harm to ourselves or others, it is indeed our duty to make amends, to correct our course. But we can do this from a place of wisdom and growth, rather than from a place of self-flagellation and regret. Even should it is. When a child is learning to walk, they fall many times. Do we berate the child for falling? Do we tell them they're clumsy or uncoordinated? Of course not. We encourage them to get back up, to try again. We celebrate their efforts, knowing that each fall is bringing them closer to mastering the art of walking. Why then do we not extend the same grace to ourselves? Why do we not see our mistakes as necessary steps on our path to growth and mastery? This, my friends, is the attitude of the conscious creator. We acknowledge our missteps. We make amends when necessary, and then we move forward, wiser for the experience. Let me share with you a powerful technique for transforming regret into fuel for growth. When you find yourself dwelling on a past mistake, take a moment to close your eyes and imagine yourself having a conversation with your past self, the one who made that mistake. But instead of criticism or judgment, approach this younger version of yourself with compassion and understanding. Share with them the wisdom you've gained, the lessons you've learned. Thank them for their part in your journey, but without their experiences, you would not be who you are today. This imaginal act serves two purposes. First, it helps you reframe your past experiences in a more positive light, seeing them as necessary steps on your path rather than regrettable mistakes. Second, it allows you to integrate the lessons learned to truly embody the wisdom gained from these experiences. Remember, my dear friends, that in the realm of imagination, all things are possible. Time and space are no barriers. You can revisit any moment of your past, not to wallow in regrets, but to extract the gold of wisdom from the ore of experience. As you practice this technique, you'll find that the sting of regret begins to fade. In its place, a sense of gratitude and understanding will grow. You'll begin to see your life as a perfectly orchestrated symphony, with each note, each experience playing its necessary part in the grand composition of your becoming. Now let us turn our attention to the future. For you see, regret not only chains us to the past, but it also casts a shadow over our future. When we allow ourselves to be consumed by regret, we often become hesitant and afraid to take risks or seize opportunities, lest we make another mistake. But I say to you now, with all the conviction of my bikini, the greatest risk is not in making mistakes, but in allowing the fear of mistakes to paralyze us into inaction. For it is through action, through the bold exploration of our potential, that we truly come to know ourselves as the divine creators we are. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a vast, unexplored territory. This territory represents all the potential experiences, all the possible versions of yourself that exist in the infinite realm of imagination. Now you have a choice. You can remain where you are, safe in the familiar landscape of your current life, or you can step boldly into this new territory. If you choose to remain where you are, clinging to the known out of fear of making mistakes, you may avoid regret in the short term. But I assure you, a day will come when you will look back and regret not having had the courage to explore, to grow, to become all that you could be. But if you choose to step into the unknown, to embrace the adventure of living, yes, you may stumble. You may take wrong turns. You may face challenges you never anticipated. But each of these experiences will be a treasure, a piece of the puzzle that is your becoming. Here's the secret, my dear friends. When you live from the state of your wish fulfilled, when you assume the consciousness of the person you wish to be, you cannot make a mistake. For every experience, every seeming detour becomes a necessary part of your journey to that state. Consider the life of any great achiever, an inventor, an artist, an entrepreneur. Do you think they reach their goals through a straight, unbroken line of successes? Of course not. Their paths were likely filled with what the world might call failures or mistakes. But to them, these were simply steps on the path. These were extraordinary experiences that shaped their understanding and honed their skills. Thomas Edison, when asked about his many failed attempts to create the light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This, my friends, is the attitude of a true creator, not wallowing in regret over perceived failures, but seeing each experience as a valuable lesson, a stepping stone to success. So I say to you, step boldly into the territory of your potential. Embrace each experience, each challenge, each seeming mistake as a gift. For it is through these experiences that you come to know yourself, that you refine your understanding of your desires and your capabilities. And as you move forward, remember this. The power to create your reality lies not in controlling every external circumstance, but in choosing your state of consciousness. When you assume the state of the person you wish to be, confident, joyful, successful, the outer world must rearrange itself to match this inner reality. This, my dear friends, is the true antidote to regret. Not denial of past experiences, not avoidance of risk, but the conscious, deliberate choice to live from the state of your wish fulfilled. When you do this, regret becomes impossible. For how can you regret the very experiences that are shaping you into the person you desire to be? Let us take a moment now to truly internalize this understanding. Close your eyes, if you will, and imagine yourself 1 year from now. But not just any version of yourself. Imagine the version of you that has fully embraced this principle of living without regret. See yourself standing tall, your eyes bright with the light of possibility. Feel the confidence that radiates from every cell of your being. Hear the joy in your laughter as you recount the adventures of the past year. Notice how every experience, every challenge, every seeming obstacle has only served to strengthen you, to bring you closer to your true self. Now, from this place of joy and fulfillment, look back on your current self. Send waves of love and encouragement to the you that exists now. Feel this present self at every step, every decision, every experience is perfect and necessary. Feel the deep sense of peace that comes with this understanding. This, my friends, is not mere visualization. This is not idle daydreaming. This is the creative act in its purest form. As you assume this state in your imagination, as you feel its reality, you are literally reshaping your consciousness. You are choosing a new state of being, and your outer world must, by law, rearrange itself to match this inner reality. As we draw this discourse to a close, I want to leave you with a powerful affirmation. Repeat these words to yourself, not just with your lips, but with every fiber of your being. I am the author of my life story. Every experience, every seeming mistake is a perfectly crafted chapter in the grand narrative of my becoming. I choose now to live from the end, to assume the state of my wish fulfilled. In this state, regret is impossible, for all is in divine order. I am free, I am joyful. I am the operant power in my world. Feel the truth of these words. Let them sink deep into your consciousness, for as you assume this state, as you live from this understanding, you step into the fullness of your creative power. You become, in truth, the author of your own destiny. My dear friends, the choice is now before you. Will you continue to waste precious moments in regret, chaining yourself to a past that exists only in your imagination, or will you embrace the infinite potential of the present moment, stepping boldly into the grand adventure of your becoming? I urge you, with all the love and conviction in my heart, choose wisely. Choose to live without regret. Choose to see every experience as a gift, every challenge as an opportunity for growth. Choose to be the conscious, deliberate creator of your life story. For when you make this choice, when you fully embrace your power as a divine creator, you open yourself to a life of unimaginable joy, abundance, and fulfillment. You become a living testament to the creative power of consciousness, an inspiration to all who cross your path. Go forth now, my dear friends, and create boldly. Love fully, love deeply. And always, always remember, you are the operant power in your world. The choice is yours. Make it a magnificent one.